So here's question 5. We are given g of x is equal to 5x squared minus 2x over x cubed. Now remember the steps that you follow. I've given you that on the right hand side. The first thing that we check for is brackets. We do not have brackets in this question, so we can go on. There are no surds, but we do have variables in the denominator. So here we have a variable in the denominator, and we need to get that variable out of the denominator. So we're going to start off with g of x is equal to 5x squared. Your first term stays as is. But for your second term, now here's how you can do this. I'm just going to show you on the side. So here's what we're given. 2x over x cubed. According to laws of exponents, we understand that, yes, we can cancel out the x from the top with one of the x's from the bottom. So we can write this as 2 over x squared. Now what happens is we can take the x squared to the top and it becomes x to the minus 2. But why do we take the x squared to the top? Remember, your aim here is that you do not want variables in the denominator. All of your variables have to be in the numerator, and whenever we interchange, when we take a variable from the denominator and put it in the numerator, the sign of its exponent changes. So that second term becomes 2x to the power negative 2. Now remember, there was a minus in front of it, so it's actually negative 2x to the power negative 2. So yeah, especially when it comes to simplifying, you can do your simplification on the right-hand side where you've got more than one step in a certain simplification, like how we've done it here. Now that we've gotten the variables out of the denominators, we are now ready to differentiate. Since we are working with g of x, we know that our answer is going to be written in the format g prime x. Now to differentiate, we take the exponent, multiply with the coefficient. Here we have 2 times 5, which gives you 10, minus 1 from the exponent. 2 minus 1 is 1. So your first term becomes 10x. For the second term, let's take the exponent, multiply with the coefficient. Negative 2 times negative 2 gives you positive 4. Minus 1 from the exponent, negative 2 minus 1 gives you negative 3. So we have differentiated both terms. The next step is to make sure that you've used the correct notation, which we have. We were given g of x, we write it as g prime x. And lastly, we need to make sure that we have positive exponents only. Now this one is a bit of a problem. It's negative 3. So we need to get that as a positive. Now the first term is fine. 10x is okay because x has an exponent of positive 1. But in the second term, we're going to keep the 4 in the numerator. We're going to move x to the power negative 3 to the denominator. What happens to that exponent is that now the sign changes. It becomes positive 3. So now that we have positive exponents, this would now be our final answer.